Let's move on, though, to the macro picture. Over the last few days, it's starting to look increasingly unlikely that the government would make any headway in terms of fiscal consolidation and in particular in terms of adjusting oil prices. Dr. Kirit Parikh is joining us. He's Chairman Integrated Research and Action for Development. He's also former member Energy at the Planning Commission. Dr. Parikh, thanks so much for joining us again here on NDTV Profits. I know we've had this conversation many times, but again, it seems like the government has missed the window in terms of adjusting oil prices domestically. Not only are global prices back up, but domestically also the political scenario, the macro scenario is looking like it's not going to be able to push through another diesel price hike.
I think it's really very tragic that the government is not able to deal with the problems of diesel price. We need to raise the diesel price at least by 4 or 5 rupees immediately, simply because it will make the diesel more expensive than fuel oil, which today it is cheaper than fuel oil, and about 3 million tons of diesel is being used in place of fuel oil. And I think we need to really reform diesel prices, because the whole distortion that is taking place in the economy, 90% of the cars booked are for diesel vehicles today, and these cars will remain in operation for another 10-15 years, and we would have to continue to find diesel for these cars. So I think there are, apart from the huge amount of burden that we follow in terms of subsidies, there is another reason why one should really think about improving reforming diesel price. The government is reluctant to raise diesel price because it will lead to immediately some increase in transport cost, and that can lead some price increase. On the other hand, some of the studies we have done show that not increasing diesel price and continuing with these current policies would have a much larger inflation and a much lower economic growth 2 or 3 years over the next 2 or 3 years taken together. For example, we believe that if you don't do anything with diesel, your growth rate may be something like 6%, but if you rather inflation will be like an inflation around 9%, but if you reform diesel price, you may get a growth rate of maybe 8%, and inflation may come down to 6%. Right. So there is a huge trade-off that we have to give in terms of raising diesel price now or not doing anything.
Dr. Parikh, just on that point, and you have made this suggestion in the past, there was a comment yesterday from the Minister of State from Petroleum saying that we need quote-unquote out-of-the-box solutions. But, any solution that's out there has been presented to them. One midway that's again being talked about is some sort of a tax on diesel vehicles, at least to remove that skew in diesel consumption that you were talking about. Do you see that, sir, as a midway solution right now if you don't have the sort of political capital to actually raise diesel prices?
No, I think at least that can be done is to put an annual a permit charge on diesel vehicles, which should correspond to the subsidy that we are giving and the differential tax on petrol and diesel. And if you calculate that like that, today the subsidy that is being given to an SUV, diesel-driven SUV owner is of the order of 50,000 rupees a year. So we are giving an SUV diesel owner a subsidy of 50,000 rupees a year. There is really no logical reason why this should be done. We should immediately introduce an annual permit charge which will collect 50,000 rupees from SUV owners, and small diesel vehicles, maybe 20,000 or 30,000 depending on the size of the vehicles, should be taxed. This would really give the right kind of signal for people to decide what kind of vehicles they should buy and how much they should use it. It would also encourage them to save on diesel and use fuel more efficiently.
It's just the opposition.
Another point I have been saying.
Go ahead, sir.
Another suggestion I have been making is that if you cannot raise fully the diesel price today, which will be around 10-12 rupees additional price, at least raise it by 4 rupees, and then at the same time you liberalize the diesel price so that all further fluctuations are passed on to the consumers, and the government gives only a fixed subsidy of maybe say 8 rupees per litre. this would make it quite, make it possible for the oil companies to have a clearer idea of what their burden is likely to be. The government would also know what its burden is likely to be, and the consumers will get used to changing price for diesel in tandem with international oil prices. So this is certainly, to me, seems a very doable solution, and it could help the government reduce and make somewhat certain the amount of under-recoveries it would have on account of diesel, which is really becoming very large.
Absolutely. Dr. Parikh, just one last question. This is on the broader sort of fiscal situation. There's been yet another 3-member panel that's been set up to give suggestions on how to get back on the path of fiscal consolidation. The talk now is that if they're not going to be able to cut revenue expenditure, subsidy expenditure, then maybe something has to be done on the taxation and indirect taxes perhaps. Do you see that as a viable way to look to go ahead right now? Or is that just a short-term sort of solution when the real problem is on the expenditure end?
Yeah, no, I don't think that that playing too much with taxes is going to give them sufficient leverage. Maybe a better thing would be to get rid of some of the white elephants that we have in public sector. For example, Air India, it's a sink in which we are pouring money, and it is something that really there is no particular reason why the government should run it. And there are many such units where you could consider, privatizing them to some extent or the other. And I think that kind of disinvestment might be a more effective way of raising additional revenue. And of course, one should plug in all loopholes in the tax net and so on. But this would take some time before they start flowing in money as such. It won't really make an impact on this financial year.
Absolutely. This financial year, it looks like the fiscal targets once again may be missed. Dr. Parikh, it's been a pleasure speaking to you as always. Thanks so much for joining us.
India's #1 news app just got even better. Download NDTV's new app. Fully optimized for retina display. Full screen view. Faster response time. And Sudoku. NDTV's new iPad app. Download now.